Hi guys, Mama Mita here, and guess what? We're beginning to get to fall season. Oh, I love fall. Now, why do I love fall? Because most people want spring and summer. Well, for some reason, I'm like really tired of all this heat. Boy, it's like taking a toll on me. But I like fall because you know why? It's time to rock your Crocs. Well, yeah. And I don't want to say I'm the queen of the Crocs. I've got a few of those, you know. I've got this big one, but I got another one just like this. And then my daughter recently gave me one with three. That's like almost like a big thing like this, and it's got three little small Crocs, and I'm like, well, now that could be interesting. And then, of course, I've got the little baby RV crock pot. But, oh, my goodness, I love crock pots, or AKA slow cookers, you know. But today, we're going to be doing taco soup. Now, you just cannot believe how easy this taco soup is, and the grandkids just absolutely love this taco soup. So, I said, you know what? I've got that. Remember this one that I got on sale? Well, this is the last package of it. My husband opened it up yesterday, and he cooked a little bit he made some Puerto Rican thing that he liked, you know, and so he ate that. And so I had some leftovers, so now I'm going to be doing it with the turkey, the last part of the turkey thing. So what I've done over here is I have put a little bit of olive oil, like 2 tablespoons of olive oil with the turkey, and I browned the turkey a little bit. And then I added like about maybe 12 ounces of water, hot water. And with the potato masher, it makes it really nice that you can break this up. And then you can also, once you put that water in there, you can rub that around, and it'll clean up the bottom of your pan and get all those juices from that brown turkey on the bottom there up into the mix. And so what I will do is I will add that in here. So the first thing I did with the Big Daddy is I put it for 4 hours, okay? So it's going to be kind of a fast crock pot. And then I added 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I added some green peppers that I had frozen. Some green onions that I had frozen in the freezer. I had to stop and think on that one there. Okay, and so these thin little containers work great because when you're ready to use it, you just have to give it a shake and then drop them in and then put it right back in your freezer, and it just works perfectly fine. And then, okay, so now we're going to add all of this into the crock pot. And this is a great way to use up a lot of your spices or things that you had in the freezer that you need to get rid of. You can just create all these great, easy meals. And the crock pot does all the work for you because you could go to the bank, you could go wash the car, you could go watch a movie, read a book, whatever, and you come back home and your meal is done because the crock pot has done all your work for you. Okay, so mix that in, and then I'm going to add some chili black beans, a can of that, and then I'm going to add a can of corn and a can of pinto beans. And then I'm going to add some diced tomatoes. All right. So now, if you notice, okay, it's pretty thick in there, okay? So I want to bring that up a little bit more on the water level. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. So I'm going to add some water to that. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Okay. And then the more water. Now that's looking more, because you want it to be soupy, because this is taco soup. I think I could add another little water to that also. And then I'm going to drop all of my taco seasoning package in there. Now, while I'm mixing that around, I'll talk to you about this pan. Now, if you was frying some meat up and you had your pan got like a really pretty dark on the bottom and hard to clean, it's like, oh great, now I got a pot. Usually, you know, we just kind of like let it soak, right? But here's a little trick that I learned many years ago. If you just add some water to that frying pan and put a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid in there, then heat it up and take a spoon and just keep stirring it around the bottom of the pan. It'll just lift all that up and clean it perfectly fine for you. Now, I can either add more water to this, or I could add some more tomatoes, or I could even add some more pinto beans. I think in this case, I'm probably going to add some more tomatoes. So let me get my can opener here and add another can of diced tomatoes to that. So I'm going to add a little more water. And there we go. Now, let me move the camera closer so you can see that better. Try not to lose the camera in the soup. Oh, Lord, that would be a nightmare, huh? Okay. And so I'm going to put the lid on that, and I'm going to let that cook. And it'll stay, it's on a timer for 4 hours. So I'm good to go. I don't even have to watch this or worry about it or anything. I do this all the time. I just turn them on and leave, and I go off and come back. When we had our gas station in Port Roberts, and I used to make crock pot meals and stuff up there, I used to put them on at night before we closed the store, and came back in the morning, and I'd get a blast of the smell of the good food when I would unlock the station door. That was really a lot of fun, though, doing those crock pots. So that's where I got to be all these crock pots, you know, man. We got so many of these things. Anyway, you guys, there you go. That's how easy it is. So now we'll come back after about 4 hours, and we'll check on it and see how it's going, okay? Okay, I'm back for just a few seconds here. I just wanted to add something to this, okay? So being the corn-loving kids that my grandkids are, I decided, you know, maybe I should add a little bit more corn, you know, because I got one that really don't care much for onions, so I kind of have to hide those onions. So let's add more corn. So I'm going to add more corn. And you can get these things, you know. I'm going to tell you something that I feel like, you know, when you go to the store and they want over $5 for 4 ears of corn, I think that's a little bit too steep for me. You can buy this for like $1 or even a can of corn. You know, I feel like that's cheaper than the ear of corn, you know. And then I've got these in the garden, so I'm going to add those to give it some extra flavor. I'll just go ahead and put the whole bag in there. Yeah. And then stir that up. I did taste it. It doesn't need any salt, and I don't think it needs any more taco seasoning because don't want it too spicy with the kids and stuff. So that one package was enough for this, and that's it. So we'll be back. Well, it's finished. Just like that, you see? And I got to do other stuff too. I got to make other things and get things done. Why I just left the crock pot do its thing. That's what's so nice about the crock pot. You just dump it, put the lid on it, turn it on, and go. And you come back and the whole place is smelling like a wonderful meal. Then you could do a bread in the bread machine, or you could just simply do a cornbread in the baby oven. And then I got a big salad here that came out of the garden. I've got some shredded cabbage with some red romaine lettuce and some tomatoes and cucumbers. And what else I got? Oh, some green onions. And then you see that jar there? That's the salad dressing for them. So it's already packed, ready to go. And then here's the crock pot, the taco soup. It's ready. It tastes really good. So now, you guys, if you didn't want to use the cans, because some people don't like cans, and I understand that because I don't do a lot of cans, but I just wanted to show you today how fast this is, you know. But you could also do your beans earlier and put them in the freezer, you know, and then add them what beans you wanted to add. You could just do a whole pot, you know, of beans and then set it overnight, you know, in the cooler and stuff, and bring it out the next day and put it in the crock pot with your onions and your corn and all that stuff and your taco soups seasoning, and turn it on for 10 hours. You want to make sure if you're using like fresh beans, not the ones out of the can, because the ones out of the can don't take long to, you know, to start making them like kind of disintegrate, you know what I mean? Because they've been cooked. So you wouldn't want to do that on a 10-hour thing. I would say maybe at the most 6 hours, you know, and let it go at 6 hours. You know what I mean? What? Where you gonna go? On vacation? Anyway, it's just that easy. Just dump it, put it on. And you see why I like fall? I love fall. I love crock pots. Oh, they're so easy to do. Anyway, guys, if you like this video today, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thank you very much. Bye now.